Good evening, ma'am. Yes.
Sir, good evening, sir. Sir, I have a query regarding the last assignment, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, which was week 3.
Yes, ma'am.
The first question, sir, actually.
Yeah, first question was having,
Which of the
some
following
mistake, ma'am.
state?
First one was
Yes, sir.
the
The
answer was,
accepted answer will be the plastic carry bags are the biggest contributors of littered waste.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Is
That
it,
is
sir?
actually correct.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Okay, sir.
we
Thank
have
you,
mailed
sir.
to
Thank you,
sir
sir.
also. Let them change, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Others are
Thank you.
fine,
Thank you so
right?
much, sir.
Other questions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Remaining okay.
Yeah, because
Thank you, sir.
people are asked many queries in the regarding assignment 3 in the discussion forum, but I have answered other queries.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have been.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Please wait for 2 more minutes for others to join. Thank you. Yes, we will start the session. Good evening, everyone. I am Saravanan. Those who are joined new today, I'll introduce myself. I am Saravanan, Prime Minister Research Fellow and PhD Scholar at Department of Civil Engineering, National Institute of Technology, Tiruchirappalli. A small intro about me. I have done my BTech in Civil Engineering from Government College of Engineering, Bodi, and my MTech from College of Engineering, Gindi, and University in Environmental Engineering through GATE. Then I have joined National Institute of Technology, Tiruchirappalli for my PhD program in 2021. And then I got my Prime Minister Research Fellowship in 2022. For more details, you please visit the PMRF website for the guidelines. And NIT is only NIT Trichy is one of the PMRF granting institute out of all the NITs in India, other than IITs and some of the centrally funded universities. And to fulfill my deliverable guidelines, I have to take 2 hours of lecture every week. Part of that, I am taking NPTEL course for the um, assignment solving session in plastic waste management course of January 2024 session. This is a brief introduction about me. Our session will go in a manner like, for first 1 hour, we will discuss the lecture material of Dr. Rajesh Kumar Dubey sir, and then for the next 1 hour, we will discuss about the uh, old assignments and the solutions. Yeah, hope it's clear. I'll open the presentation. So this presentation is from Rajesh Kumar Dubey sir, professor, Department of Civil Engineering, IIT Kharagpur. All credits to him. And this is the fourth week assignment solving session. In the first week, we have discussed about what is plastic, what are the ingredients in the plastic and types of plastic and its production techniques, uses of plastic and global statistics, how the plastic manufacturing is happening and plastic production all over the world and in India, the statistic we had seen in the first week. In the second week, we have seen about the plastic waste, its source and the statistics of waste generation around the globe. Then in the third week, last week, we had discussed about the Plastic Waste Management Rule 2016 in India and other rules and regulations related to plastic waste globally. Then this week, we are going to discuss about plastic ban and the major plastic sword policy in China. That we are going to discuss in this week, fourth week. Yeah. So to phase out plastics, we have plastic bags. That is the lightweight plastic having thickness less than 40 microns, having more environmental problems and hazards. So there are two options to clear this plastic waste. One is charge on plastic material. Another one is the total ban on plastic materials. So the charge strategy is a good one. Will have added advantages of creating new revenue source, because if you charge 1 rupee per carry bag in some supermarkets, then you will get additional benefit of revenue generation that you can use for further plastic waste management or some waste management techniques. But another one method is total ban. Plastic ban will be like there is no usage, manufacture, sale and storage of plastic material within the premises. This is called a total ban, but it don't generate any income, but it won't moreover it won't generate any plastic waste into the environment. This is the benefit of ban and charge. So these are the two methods to phase out the lightweight plastic bags in ecosystem. Bangladesh is the first country to implement the ban of thin plastic bags. Globally, Bangladesh is the first country. In 2002, it has implemented a total ban on the thin plastic bags. Later on, it has identified that these plastic bags are the major role, playing major role in clogging of drainage systems. In India, if you compare, Sikkim is the first state to achieve plastic bag-free status. So these are all important countries and states to note down. Coming to India, in 2022, I mean, this is the aim we have owed. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said, we have to abolish all the single-use plastic in India by 2022. Sorry. Yeah. So in his speech, he have mentioned the choices that we make today will define our collective future. Environmental degradation hurts the poor and the vulnerable the most. Modi said, it is the duty of each one of us to ensure that material prosperity does not compromise our environment. So we should not compromise the environment. We have to abolish the single-use plastic by 2022 all over the India. But if you see the down to earth report, this is the report given every month. They will give a report from Center for Science and Environment (CSE) in New Delhi. This is a magazine, down to earth magazine and report. Based on that report, the problem with the banning plastic. So it will outright bans have a poor track record in altering the behavior of stakeholders. And unless the stakeholders like waste generator or the consumers have a behavioral change, not to buy the plastic bags, not to use and discard the plastic waste in a unsegregated manner. There is a behavioral change we have to have. The stakeholder have to have, and other than that, the plastic ban won't work. That's what mentioned. Poor track record in altering behavior of stakeholders. Make a citizen, not a strategy followed greedily in fear of retribution from the criminal justice system. So if you enforce mandatory, or you are forcing the people to follow the rule with the fines and with this type of judicial system, if you are forcing the people not to use the plastic bag, it will be a boomerang. It will again reflect into the government only in different way. That's what mentioned in this report. So enforcement is not a final solution for this plastic waste management. So instead of banning, charging may be the good alternative, will also generate some of the income to the government to manage the generated plastic waste. Also, the plastic waste generation will also get reduced day by day, because if you increase 1 rupee per bag to 5 rupees per bag, nobody will get the bag for back from the supermarkets. Like that, it will move on. So charging is the best option instead of ban, immediate ban. So big multinational companies such as Amazon, H&M are lobbying from exceptions. This is the major criticism happening here. Big multinational companies are exemptions from this type of banning things. So another report says the Airport Authority of India bans single-use plastic items as per the Quality Control of India report. But if you see some of the airports still using single-use plastics. So how much extent this type of ban are happening in India, that we can see. So 20 declared plastic-free airports like Kolkata, Ahmedabad, Pune, Goa, Lucknow, Trivandrum, Bhubaneswar, Kozhikode, Patna, Visakhapatnam, Coimbatore, and some of these in Chennai, in Tamil Nadu, Amritsar, Indore, Bangalore, Chhattisgarh, and Varanasi are the 20 declared plastic-free airports. And this is the first ban in India, like Mumbai banned plastics, a list of items you can and cannot use. So, but without proposing alternatives for the single-use plastic, we should not ban the already existing plastics, because if you are using from bed to again from waking up from bed to again going in the night to bed, we are using brushing to teeth, like toothpaste we are having plastics, and then a bag we are having, everything, every utensils we are having plastics. So if you are suddenly banning this type of plastic, what are the alternatives we are having? So what's the need of the hour is the cost effective alternative. We can't give some other alternatives like costly things instead of plastic, people can't able to buy. So cost effective and eco-friendly alternative, that is a cheaper and greener alternative we require um, for plastics as an alternative. And unless we are getting some alternatives, this type of ban won't work. So these are the items accepted in Mumbai: plastic cover, plastic used for medicines, compostable plastic bags for plants. These are all some exemptions. If you are using some of the manufacturing for plastic covers and medicine, we are using solid waste management purpose and agricultural products, we are having some plastic. And for packaging this type of plants, soil packaging, we are having plastic material, compostable plastic material. Then for essentials like milk bags and water bottles, we are having plastic. So these are all exempted items. If the first offense will have to pay 5,000 penalty, and then second 10,000, like that. They have some penalty also with 3 months of jail in the third time or above. Yeah. So this is some of the videos shown in that lecture. You can also go through. This is the discussion with this public in Mumbai, how effective the ban was happening, and still how the stakeholders like supermarket or street vendors are affected by this type of bans. You can go through the video and you can get. This is another video how the single-use plastics are affecting the environment. So most are single-use plastic in this picture you can see. So ban is a short-time goal. Long-time alternatives are required. More than that, behavioral change of the public and the citizen is another challenge. How to change the behavior of the people to accept this ban or accept this type of non-usage behavior. This is a old report by the Central Pollution Control Board 2016. What are the states in India which have a complete ban on plastic waste, and some of this are marked in red, having not having ban yet, and then partial ban with the green marks. If you see the recent report in 2019, you can say Tamil Nadu has added in this complete ban. Like that, we have recent reports. Most of the states have banned polyethylene carry bags, single-use carry bags. Most of these states in India have banned. Indian states implementation of plastic ban as a mixed bag. Like Tamil Nadu in 2019 became the fourth state in India to implement the plastic ban, followed by Maharashtra was the first, then Telangana was the second, and Himachal Pradesh as the third, and followed by Tamil Nadu in the fourth. In 2019, banned the single-use plastics. Yeah, this is the global report, which are the countries have full ban and partial ban, and some are marked in green, having taxes, charges, and other measures. If you see Western Europe, European countries having tax, charge, and other measures instead of fines, instead of ban, they have used a charge method to reduce the plastic waste generation. In US and some of the African countries have partial ban. India, China, and South Africa, some of these countries have full ban on single-use plastics. Then coming to Kenya, Kenya has the world's harshest plastic bag ban. So they have implemented the plastic ban in 2017. Found producing, selling a plastic bag faces up to 4 years in jail. This is the fine they are having, or a $38,000 fine. 4 years of jail or $38,000 fine. That much harsh implementation they have made in Kenya in plastic ban, and the planet Earth is extremely grateful for that. That's the news article mentioned. In South Pacific nations, if you see, the first South Pacific nation to launch the ban is Vanuatu. And in UK, if you see, United Kingdom has banned the micro beads. That's the major cause for the microplastics in the ocean. So the landmark steps in the UK plastic ban is to eliminate the plastic micro beads. Rinse off from cosmetics and personal care products, as we seen in the first week lecture. So these are the reason for the microplastic in the oceans. So this will end up in ocean and finally enters into the food chain. But still they are having not they left over with this sunscreen makeup articles allowed to contain microplastics. So this type of bans have some loopholes for this. So that they are called as global gold standard. In Taiwan, if you see, this is the farthest reaching ban for the use of single-use plastics. So they have extra charge for the plastic bags, will enforce from 2030. These are the different countries having different bans. In Zimbabwe, they have banned EPS in 2017, expanded polystyrene as a ban, and this is a styrofoam like material used for food containers. So it has a problem of million years to decompose. Just think about this much quantity of styrofoam lying idle in the ecosystem. What how much health and environmental effect it will cause to the people and to the environment. So that's why they banned in 2017. They banned EPS alone. Then the fine they imposed is $30 to $500 in Zimbabwe. In Montreal, the Canadian city of Montreal kicked off in 2018 for single-use plastic ban, and the fine up to $1,000 to $2,000 per corporations. They found that 2 billion plastic bags every year before the ban they are using, and just 14% were recycled. Others are left as cities in the environment and in the oceans. Meanwhile, city of Victoria has a ban in 2018. You see, Malibu, they voted for the distribution, and use of single-use plastic straws, stirrers, plastic cutleries from June 1 of 2018. So to keep the beaches and oceans clean. In Seattle, they have this is a first US city to enact the ban of plastic straws. So they have a trial and error method. First, they started in Seattle for the plastic straw. It has a great success in the 100 restaurants, major sports organizations, airports, and aquariums. They have a great success for strawless in Seattle. This is the program they have organized, and they get a success. In Australia, if you see, South Australia and Australian Capital Territories have the statewide ban on single-use plastics. So they phase out the single-use plastic in the mid 2018. So if you see, Australia is one of the largest waste producer in the world. second to the US. So US is the first, second West Australia. This is one of the second largest waste producer. So before the ban, it was
Excuse me,
estimated.
excuse me,
Yeah, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
excuse me. That Australia is one of the largest waste producer. Does it mean solid waste producer?
Yeah, solid waste.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
solid waste only. So second to the so US is the first and second. So if you see plastic also is the same, ma'am. Plastic waste first major producer is US and the second is Australia. That's the same concept for the plastic waste and for the solid waste also. Yeah. So before the ban, it was estimated that 5 billion plastic bags every year used in Australia, according to Clean Up Australia report. So if you saw in Canada 2018, they have a full stop to plastic microbeads, like and still permitted to non-prescription drugs and certain natural health products until July 1. So another report says 1.1 million microbeads per year per square kilometer in Lake Ontario was found. The researchers has reported like 1.1 million microbeads per kilometer square in the Lake of Ontario. So this is huge volume or a huge effect it will cause in Canada. Yeah, in Hamburg, if you see this type of coffee pots, these are the things like tea bags. They will use coffee pots for storing coffee beans or powder. So this was banned in Hamburg, city of Germany. Um, so this cannot be fully recycled and consumes more energy to manufacture because it's a complicated design. So before the ban, billion types of this type of plastic shell were piling up in the landfill each year. So they have a first ban in this coffee pots. Yeah, France, if you see, France became the first country to announce the total ban on plastic cups, plates, and cutlery. Other countries have a ban on the single-use plastic, but France has first country to announce the total ban on the plastic cups, plates, and cutleries. It was brought up to in 2016. It has announced brought up to 2022 and it has a aim to transform France into an exemplary nation in terms of reducing greenhouse gas emission and diversifying its energy model. Yeah. So if you see Morocco is again having a ban on the single-use plastics, incredibly 900 bags per person per year. That's the statistics shows 3 billion plastic bags every year was produced in Morocco with the average of 900 bags per person per year. So nearly 1000 bags we are using in Morocco. It's the report. This is the second largest plastic bag consumer in the world after US consumers. If you see Rwanda, it has imposed a tax on the plastic bags. Instead of banning, it has a charge strategy, imposing tax on the plastic bags, having a fine of about $61. This is the world's first plastic-free nation and have a plan to become completely sustainable by 2020. So this is the world's first plastic-free nation. This is Rwanda. Yeah. So if you see New York, considering banning the plastic, is still considering, and the blight of plastic bag takes a devastating toll. This is a charge on our streets, our water, and our natural resources, and we need to take action to protect our environment. This is the statement by this governor of New York. Yeah, if you see the US states having plastic ban only in California and some of the other islands, and major cities have still have primitively banned the plastic bag regulations. Some are having recycles and reuse purpose. Some are only in Washington DC they have plastic bag taxes. So others don't have any data on this type of plastic ban. So still they are ideal in terms of, because they are the major consumers. Uh, until 2017, they were diverting their waste to China. After the China's ban that we are going to discuss later, China's SWAT policy, still they are having no mechanism to treat their own plastic waste that is generated. So we have to think about mechanisms and technologies to manage our own plastic waste that is generated inside the premises. Yeah. So coming to the China's national SWAT policy that is on 2017 to crack down the waste imports. So all the waste produced in the nation, more than 50% of the waste that we are going to see the statistics also. More than 50% of the waste produced in all over the world was transported or exported to China. So it was importing this type of plastic waste to recycle and to use as a raw material for its manufacturing of plastic, because China is the major producer of plastics. So for that it is in the need of raw material. It utilizing the recyclable plastics that is coming from imported from the other countries, that it is using as a raw material for its production. So in 2017, it has a ban. Why the ban came into a picture? Because there should be a reliability on the quality of the imported recyclables. The other countries are exporting the mixed plastic waste along with the other waste, or the plastic polymer itself. We have a mixed system. So it's to have a control over the imported waste, recyclable waste, the China enacts its national SWOT policy on 2017. So this ban has a huge impact globally that we are going to see in the upcoming slides. So people are saying this is the second green fence. The first green fence was coming to picture at 2004, I guess. That is also an policy to cut down the imports. Again, it was the second green fence in 2017 national SWOT policy. Yeah. So, based on the policy, 24 items of waste was banned by China. That is for importing. Banned by China includes 8 categories of waste: LDP, HDP, PET, PVC, and PS from living sources. That is after consumption, like recyclables. One type of paper waste, which is unsorted mixed papers. If it is a clear paper, that can be imported. Other type of unsorted mixed papers cannot be imported. 11 types of textile waste, not clothing, textile waste. Then 4 type of metal slags containing vanadium. In this metal slags, you can see copper and some type of fibers that we are going to see in the statistics. So these are all the items banned by China. So following this, China has set a new standard. Only the contamination level was less than 0.5%. It is ready to accept. Initially, it was 0.3%. Then it was for practical purpose. It has increased up to 0.5%. That's the maximum level of contamination can be present in the recyclables to get imported into China. Yeah. So this is the timeline key events. In 2013, China implemented the green fence. That is the first green fence, Operation Green Fence policy. Enforced existing law via customs inspection. What are the that is containers coming into China? We have a custom inspection. They have a custom inspection to check 0.3 percentage contamination level threshold, but 5% was in practice at that time. Then 2017, it has filed notification to World Trade Organization of intent to ban 24 categories of solid waste in September 2017. Then November 2017, China notifies World Trade Organization of revision to initial filing, adopting 0.5% to 1% contamination level acceptance. Then March 2018, entering into force of 0.5 to 1% contamination threshold to strictly enforced. That's the national SWOT policy.
So excuse me, that you
Yeah,
go to that previous slide.
yeah,
Yes, that means that the second green fence policy was it initiated in 2013?
17. That is the first
In
one.
2013 is the first one,
First
first
one. Yeah,
green
first one.
fence policy.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, and
So
2017
here,
second one.
here you can see China enacts
Yes,
national SWOT policy. That is the second green fence.
okay, thank
Yeah. The first one also having the I mean, this is also based on the crackdown on waste imports only. Both green fence are on this plastic waste import. Yeah. So this is again the timeline. 2013 Operation Green Fence. That's the first one. Focus on quality plastic. Then 2017 National SWOT policy. Effort to eliminate the illegal waste smuggling, and announces ban for 24 materials, including mixed papers and mixed plastics. And then contamination level was limited to 0.5 as a max contamination limit. Then the suspended license for only for the limited people. The Chinese government began to give licenses and limiting license to close down mills in China. Yes. So this is again the time frame in 2018. Jan 2018 ban in effect. March 2018 0.5 contamination limit in effect. Then March 2018 Operation Blue Sky. This is the policy given by Chinese to inspect the customs at the load, all load at the point of entry into China in effect from 2018. Then May 2018 all export to China was stopped. This type of 28 material was stopped. Then June 2018 China allowing shipment with inspection and some ships on the water for non-banned materials. This is the timeline they have followed. Then again the same one in 2014 to 16 Green Hedge Action was framed, aiming to strengthen supervising of solid waste import and crack down smuggling waste. It was already there in 2014 to 16. That's the first green fence we can say. Yeah. Then 2017 SWORD action prohibits smuggling of foreign garbage into China. All import of solid waste containing environmental hazard were prohibited. That 24 type of items. Then post SWORD action except an uplift in the consumption of virgin resin material and more investment in the recycling facilities. This is global effect on SWORD action. So if you see, this is the whole 100% out of 100%, iron and steel. This is the major share of global imports. So 97%, 3% of the iron and steel was imported by China, and the copper and fiber. If you see, 55% was imported by China, and the rest of the world was importing 45% and 45%. Same if you see for plastic, 51% was imported by China. That is the share of China global in global imports. Yeah. So if you see this type of initially it was like 51%. Then after the SWORD policy, this percentage was dropped down. If you see the global economy over the past 20 years, China has become the primary market for recyclables. By 2017, over 30% of the recyclables from the US were exported to China alone. So then if you see this statistics in 2017 to 2018, how the United States scrap export to China has reduced. Initially, it was exporting 2 lakhs of mixed papers. Then it was come down to 7 lakhs of 7 lakh of metric tons of scrap paper, mixed papers in 2017 to 18. After the rule came into picture, the national SWORD policy. Then this blue color impact is scrap plastic. Initially, it was exporting 74 lakh. Now it came to 6 lakh. Nearly 99% has reduced. 99% of export to China, US export to China has reduced from 2017 to 18. So the reason behind reduction in the export quantity, inability to export uncontaminated plastic scrap. That's the main purpose. So they are still generating the same 74 lakh metric ton of waste. But how to, 74,000 metric ton of waste, how to export in a good quality, that is less than 0.5% contamination. That's the challenge the China is also imposing the policy. Yeah, these are the 5 major countries importing to China in 2016. If you see, Hong Kong is the major importer. Why Hong Kong is most of the recyclables will come through Hong Kong. Some other countries will dump in Hong Kong, then it will come to China through Hong Kong. So the percentage is higher for Hong Kong, 43%, followed by Japan. United States is again the major share. 17% was exported to China alone, with Thailand and Germany. Yeah. Top 5 export destinations for the top 5 historical exporters. Yeah. Germany is exporting its major to China, then the remaining to Netherlands, Hong Kong, to India and Austria. So if you see, India is also having some of the import mechanism from Germany and US. Nearly 5 to 6% plastic waste was imported from Germany and US to India. If you see all the graph having, China is the major importer for this type of plastic waste. Japan is transporting to Korea, Taiwan, Vietnam, and China. From Mexico also we are getting, China is getting 38%, and nearby Mexico is nearby US. That's why they are sending 55% to US. Then United Kingdom also they are sending 3% only to China and 53% to Germany. Then from Germany it will reach China. Then France 35%. Like that, this type of 5 major exporters to their exporting destinations. Yeah, this is again a World Bank Regional Group report based on cumulative export and import of plastic waste. If you see the export, EAP is like East Asia Pacific, East and Central Asia, like this type of collaborative countries having a export of 44%, then import of 75%. So if you see East Asia Pacific alone, exporting only is 44%, but it was importing 75%. So huge plastic waste from other countries were imported to East Asia and specific countries. And where it is, if you see Eastern and Central Asia and some of these North America, Latin America, they have 32 and 14, but they are importing less, 5.2, 16, like that half of it is importing. So major of it, their waste is going to Asian Pacific countries like India and China. That's the inference from this report. This is again ranking of World Bank. This is the rank 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. World Bank Economic Group based on cumulative export and import plastic waste. So if you see income level, then we have a high income group, middle income, low income, like that income groups are there. They are having 87% of the total waste is exported by the high income group. But importing, if you see, middle income groups, upper middle income groups are importing most of their waste into their countries. So these are the countries with its economic status. Again, lower middle.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, your material is so helpful. So, is this material uploaded in NPTEL lab?
Yes, sir. This is again the same material what sir has used. Anyway, I am also posting these materials in. If you see the assignment solving session in NPTEL website, there this material will be posted, sir.
Where, sir?
Yeah, I will
Where we
show at
get?
the end. I will show at the end where to check.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. So if you see, yeah, high income groups are exporting 87% of their total global share, but it's importing only 50%. But upper middle income countries are importing most of the waste from high income countries. That's the inference. This is again cumulative exports of each plastic polymers. So if you see polyethylene, other plastic polystyrene and PVC, Hong Kong is the major country to export. It's ranking one, the exporting of major types of polymers of plastic, like 35% of other plastics and 13% of polyethylene, 3% of polystyrene, and sorry, this is in metric tons, million metric tons, 4 million metric tons of PVC. These are all the first ranks goes to this Hong Kong, and then followed by United Nations, Germany, Japan, and again United Nations. This is the major 10 countries exporting plastic waste to other countries. If you see the import graph, again this is the import graph, top 10 countries. China is the first for all type of plastic. In polystyrene, Hong Kong again, that's the first rank to import 6 million metric tons of polystyrene. And again, second comes to China. This is the first and second place for China and Hong Kong to receive or import plastic waste and its different types. Only in polystyrene, Hong Kong plays a major role. India is accepting other plastic 2 million metric tons per year and PVC of 0.28 million metric tons from 19, sorry, not per year, 1988 to 2016 statistics. Yeah. Again, if you see the exports graph, if you see this color, like gray and blue, these are all United States and Germany. They are the major exporters. And if you see the import graph again, Hong Kong plays a major role. Another one's projection. This is like population from 2010 to 2016's population, and its waste generation rate was fixed at 1.1 kg per person per day. This is the waste generation rate. They have fixed as a single value. Maybe it may not be the actual case, but this is the value they have fixed, 1.1 kg per person per day. Then percentage of plastic waste in the total waste, how much plastic waste percentage. If you generate 100 kg of waste per day, 11 kg will be plastics. That's also a single value they have fixed for whole calculation. Then if you multiply with the population and the waste generation and the percentage of plastic waste, you will get how much plastic waste generated in million metric tons. And we know the statistics of how much imported recyclable waste coming to China. This is only for China from 2010 to 2016. We have this data how much China imported plastic waste. That is that data, actual data. That if you add some of these two values, the total waste to be managed in China was around 67 lakh. I mean 6 crores 71 lakh from like 6 crores 82 lakhs. So if you see how much plastic waste was imported percentage wise at an average of 11.8 percentage. So this is the average percentage of plastic waste imported to China. So
Excuse me.
yeah,
Yes, in third column, it is waste generation rate in kg per person per day.
yeah,
So if we will convert it to kg per day, that means 1.1 into population. We will multiply,
yeah.
and this
And then
fifth
for
column
2000, yeah, 1 year, ma'am, 365 days you have to multiply.
okay into 365
Yeah,
into 365 number of days.
yeah,
Okay. Then per year, whatever in fifth column, whatever value is written, plastic waste generated, that is per year.
per year, yes, metric tons.
Okay.
Of 2030,
Okay.
for 2010, this is the value.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can check
Thank
once, ma'am, now itself. 11. Yeah, it's coming exactly. So we can check with the calculator also. Yeah. So if you check, the population is 133380000. Yes. Into 1.1 is the waste generation kg. Into 11%, 11 by 100. That is the plastic. If you see, this is in kg. If you want to change to metric tons, you have to divide by 1000 kg per ton. So this is the tons into 365 or 366. If you multiply, you will get a 58. 58. I can use 366. I will try. Yeah, we are getting 59,068. So this is the actual value, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Hope it is clear. Because this is for 2010, so we have to multiply with 365 number of days. Then imported recyclables is actual data from the like customs. This is the actual data from the customs from 2010 to 2016. Then if you add up and if you divide this imported by total, you will get 11.9 for 2010 for as an average 11.8. Yeah. So this is the waste coming to China. How much exported plastic waste to China? That is again country wise, top 10 ranking countries that is exporting its waste to China. This is another one graph showing how much quantity and its trade value. If you see from 1990 to 2020, the plastic production, I mean the import quantity and the export quantity was getting increased. But after this 2013, that is the first green fence, you can see at the bottom. Uh, A is like advances in the municipal recovery facility. This whole year, 1995 to 2005, advances in municipal recovery, MRF technology has blooming. Then if you see B, the surge in globalization. So it got great hike in the production, import and export. And then if you see C, that is China's temporary import restriction. First green fence, that is in 2013. Then if you see 2017, second green fence, that is national SWAT policy in 2017. After that, it got drastically reduced. The plastic export and the import quantity. Same export trade value and the import trade value also it reduced. That's the trade value is the commodity and its unit price. That's the statistics. So everything got reduced after the China's ban temporary and this second green fence. So decrease in the plastic waste trade value due to China's ban in 2017. Yeah. So again, some of the graphs we are going to see the global map, how the plastic waste is coming from other countries. I mean, quantity wise, how much quantity of plastic waste coming from other countries to China. So if you see cumulative exports represented by country, exports of polyethylene, polystyrene and PVC and other quantity for source of Chinese import include this type of plastics. So greater the width of the line will indicate greater quantity from 10,000 to 5 lakh metric tons. And this color of the country indicates how much exports it's going to be. So this is the line from Australia. It's importing. China is importing 5 lakh of metric tons of plastic waste. Same in the sense, 10 million metric tons it's exporting. That's the statistic shows. Same for US. And then for Japan and German exports, and then Mexican cities. You can just go through how much this is for UK. These are all the statistics of yeah. These are statistics of how much quantity the country is exporting and importing the plastic waste. Yeah. This is another one good projection of how much quantity of global import and export of plastic waste. So you can see this video in SARS lecture. So here you can see how much waste is imported, exported and displaced. Yeah, here you can see totally 111 million metric tons of plastic waste was displaced from China, imported or exported. This is the statistic shows. This is the projection of 2030. This one question was asked in the discussion forum also, how the projection was made. So you can see this. Yeah. So this is the research paper published into the Science Advances, the Chinese import and import ban and its impact on the global plastic waste trade. So here you can see it was clearly mentioned. Yeah, here it's mentioned clearly. With the projected BAU Chinese imported data on estimated cumulative 11 million metric ton of plastic waste will be disposed by 2030. So this is the statistic shows it was projected with the BAU business as usual projection of Chinese import, but created by using a linear regression model of the last 10-year import data. The Chinese ban on importation of plastic waste is based on a 100% implementation of regulation. So we can get the projection and its data on supplementary material. You can download. I will upload the this paper and supplementary material in the reading material section. You can go through. Yeah. Based on that, you can how much waste was displaced uh, because of this ban from China, from getting imported or exported to China. So no, not much a change in the export. But if you see the import, this much of plastic was displaced. I mean, not coming to China, it was diverted. That's because of the ban in 2017. So if you see the video, you can see this much initially there, and after 2017, the red box comes. That is the displaced. So nowhere, no other countries have displacement. Only China has displaced plastic waste to get into its premises. Yeah, this is a good GIF image you can see. Okay, these are all the major implications of national SWOT policy of China globally. So, increased investment in countries where waste management origins. There, the country has to create its own waste management technologies. They have to invest for incineration plant or material recovery facilities or incineration plant for their plastic waste and paper waste that is generated. Because China has banned mixed paper waste also. Yeah, the first point is increased investment in countries like the US and Europe are improving their capability to recycle its resin, own resin like polyethylene or PVC or PS. With the new supply volume of polyethylene impacting the global balance. The second point is new recycling facilities in other Asian countries like second line countries like Malaysia, India, Indonesia, Vietnam. So they have their this is like benefit because of China's waste ban. So they have their own recycling facilities. so expected to consume a greater percentage of recycled polyethylene. Then the increased demand for feasible alternatives. Now people will from shift for alternatives such as increase in the demand for existing alternative treatment solutions. Incineration and landfill was existing options due to the decrease in the availability of global capacity of recycling. Then virgin resin demand to rise in China, because China was importing the recycled plastic from other countries for its raw material purpose. Now, because of its ban, it have to depend on the virgin resin material for its raw material. So, to strengthen virgin resin demand and prices, it have to anticipate domestic demand growth in 2018. So, expected to consume a greater percentage of virgin material in the next couple of years from 2017 onwards. Then higher operating cost for Chinese assets. The waste import ban will lead to higher operating rates for Chinese assets, will lead to a higher price in the region. That's the asset means the product that was exported from China. The actual plastic product, not the plastic waste. So we have expect some of the increased rates or prices for the assets. Yeah. So, followed by this type of policies, how the other countries have wake up. China's waste ban is a wake up call for Japan. So, alternate avenues to recycle national plastic waste. 3R policy, it has started to strengthen its own policy, reduce the use of plastic products, and are failing. Another major impact of this Chinese ban is all the countries have wake up and closed their premises to prevent from importing the plastic waste from other countries. If US is sending 50% of its waste to China, now China has closed its premises. It will search for other countries, second line countries, to send its waste. So others are also strengthening their own plastic import policies. Like Japan has wake up, and in Thailand in 2021 it has also restructured its import licenses, and not surprising, Thai government greatest contributed to ocean plastic pollution. And Vietnam also stopped issuing license to new scrap importers, and Malaysia reopened license for 114 countries scrap material. South Asia fear becoming the world's dumping ground for waste and recyclable material. So we should not be the dumping ground for other countries' waste. So everybody is strengthening their own policies and stopped giving license for importing this plastic waste. Yeah. Then Malaysia also turned out complete ban for plastic import, importing tax on scrap plastics, and instead of banning, it increased the value to import, like $3.65 per metric ton to be imported into Malaysia. Like check custom authority for illegal transport of plastic waste, import of plastic waste, are issuing licenses, illegal licenses. So intensifying its search for illegal processes, shutting down at least 24 operations soon. Yeah. So Vietnam also limit waste importers and shipment build out exports. So after Chinese ban, most of the ships were built up in Vietnam, in the ports, Vietnam ports. So they have prevent waste from entering into Vietnam. They have tracked down the owners of the containers piling up in the ports and launched criminal investigations and all. In other countries, they have also taken up. Then UK causes significant discomfort in the UK recycling sector. Plastic is building up, so they don't have an option to clean up on their own. So relying on the exporting plastic waste to China for the last 20 years. But now, after the ban, alternate destinations in Asia like Indonesia, India, Vietnam, Cambodia, Malaysia, they are searching for this type of alternatives to export their plastic waste. While to accept this waste material, not yet accepted. So this is a bigger question mark. They are piling up their plastic waste in their country itself, again causing nuisance, environmental nuisance. Yeah. Again in US also, 40% of the US paper, plastic and other recyclables was exported to China, but new restrictions came, dropped to 90%, 92%. If you see in 2017, paper alone 4 lakh 135, sorry, 41 lakh 35,000 metric tons were exported to China. But in 2018, it was come to half, like 37% was reduced, minus 37%. That is the 37% reduced. That is change of plastic export to China. Same if you see for plastic, 2,80,000 to 21,000. 92% reduction in the export from US to China. If you see other materials like ferrous got increased, but other materials like alloy, copper, paper, and plastic got reduced. Export got reduced. Thousands of tons of this type of material now going to the landfills instead of recycling. So no other market can possibly take its much volume. Yeah. So time for transition. Only option they are following is landfilling, which is not good. To see values in its own scrap and the change will not be easy nor will not be quick. So poorly separated item was their major problem. If the segregated item was having less contamination, then this type of material can be sent to China also, because zero point 0.5 only the restriction, contamination restriction. Then impact as China's crackdown begins. So discomfort to the yeah. Sorry. Then this is another video on the impact of Chinese national SWOT policy on US and UK. You can check this video. So they have followed multi-stream recycling instead of single-stream recycling. That's the problem with the US and UK. So this is the mixed waste coming piling up there. If you have a separate resin type of plastic segregation and the paper and the different types, instead of mixed papers, you have a separated paper, then everybody will be ready to accept for recycling facilities. And it also, like India also how to frame because we are also exporting most of our plastic waste to China. Now we have to think about using this secondary resource. Plastic waste is a secondary raw material. This resources we have to think about for utilizing in our raw material, and this will help in Make in India schemes. This kind of schemes it will help for a successful plastic ban. These are all the important key points. Collection and disposal, plastic bag ban, and the waste disposal system have to be tackled together. And loopholes, it is crucial to identify loopholes while drafting the legislation. So, like big companies, multinational companies should not have find a loopholes to enter into this type of market. So, ban means from even a poor citizen to all the multinational companies, it should be a common platform. So, it should while drafting the legislation, this type of loophole should be taken care. And black market, there must be a chance for black market emerging in place where plastic has been banned. So that also have to be taken care. Then alternatives. Before banning any material, we have to think about alternatives. So providing sustainable alternatives is essential for successful plastic ban. And then enforcement. Without proper enforcement, if you see like helmet is an enforcement, and plastic ban is also another enforcement. If you are not fully enforced, then again people won't follow this. If law are not enforced appropriately, then compliance is reduced and eliminated. So these are all the key points we have to take care before banning any plastic waste or before forming any legislation. So this is about this week how the plastic ban happened in different countries. Then how the China national SWOT policy came. What are the impacts on China's national SWOT policy all over the world. That's what we have discussed in this week. Now we will discuss about the assignment questions. Any doubts you can discuss now, or you can put it in the chat box. I'll answer. If no more questions, I will go to assignments. Yeah. So let's move on to the assignment questions. Assignment question 1 and 12 are not correct. Correctly marked. Please clarify. Yeah. For week 3 assignments, question 1 is actually marked wrong. That we have reported. Question 12 having not a problem. That is, I think you are talking about the true or false question for product of composting plastic waste. So if you are doing organic composting, sorry, I mean anaerobic composting, you will get a product like CO2, water, compostable products, and microbes. That is the only products. If you go for anaerobic digestion, you will get methane, H2S, ammonia compounds, NO2, nitrates and all. So question 12 is correct actually. Only problem with question 1. So that we have reported. Yes. Any other questions? That is regarding assignment 3. That is week 3. Yeah. Okay. If no more questions, we will move on to this week 4 old assignments. So question 1, you can post the answers in the chat box. No problem, please. Yeah. Which among the following is or are the salient features of the plastic bag charge strategy? This is about charge strategy. This method is said to have a same result in plastic bag reduction as a plastic bag ban. This method has an additional benefit of creating a new revenue source. This strategy protects consumer choice, which ban does not. All the above. You can post the answers in the chat box. A, B, C, D like that. So the answer may be more than one. Is or are the silent features. So B is correct. So it's having an additional benefit. That is correct. The third one is also correct. This strategy protects consumer choice, which ban does not have. Because consumer can decide whether I have to pay and get a plastic or should I avoid plastic and go for some other alternatives. So the consumer can have a option or choice to decide on, which ban does not have because ban is only ban. So B and C are correct. And A is also correct because plastic bag reduction uh, ban also will reduce the plastic waste generation. Same charging also will reduce, charge strategy will also reduce the plastic waste. So all the above is correct. Yeah. Here if you see, this is the charge mechanism. Have all same result in plastic bag reduction, and this protects the consumer choice, and it will also create a revenue source. So all the three are correct. Yeah. So question number 2. Which is the first state to ban plastic bags in India? Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Sikkim, Telangana. First state in India to ban plastic waste. Yes. Yeah. Sikkim is correct. Yes. So you can see here, Bangladesh is the first country to implement ban of thin plastic. Sikkim is the first state in India to achieve the plastic bag free status. Not AMM. Sikkim. Sikkim is the correct one. Here also you can see Sikkim was way ahead of all the states, but only when it comes to plastic bag, when the state banned in 1998 itself, it was started banning. Yeah. Question 3. When did Kenya implemented the world's harshest plastic bag ban? When did Kenya? Kenya is the one implemented the world's harshest plastic ban, having the higher fine and higher imprisonment. So I think it is same with the year of China's national sword policy. At the same year, it has also implemented. So the answer is A. Yes, August 2017. Here you can see in August 2017, Kenya was found producing or selling a plastic bag faces up to 4 years in jail or $38,000 fine. Yes. Moving on to the next question. The first landmark step of 35 years plan announced by the UK in January 2018 to set the global gold standard on eliminating plastic waste was. So UK has banned to eliminate plastic mulch films, to eliminate plastic microbeads, to eliminate plastic packaging, to eliminate single-use plastics. So UK has a different strategy. That's a landmark step to reduce the item which is causing major marine pollution. Is microplastics. Yeah, that is correct. Eliminate microplastics. That's the major contributor. So UK has banned microbeads. Yeah. So which of the following country announced a total ban on EPS, expanded polystyrene, a styrofoam-like material used for food containers. So the country has banned EPS. That also take a billion years to decompose. Kenya, Taiwan, UK, Zimbabwe. Yes, correct. Zimbabwe. So that's a country that has a ban on EPS. Other countries having a ban on single-use plastics. EPS will take billion years to degrade. Yes, this is styrofoam like food containers. Yes. Another question. So as per the national SWOT policy adopted by China in 2017, what was the maximum contamination limit set for importing recycled materials? Maximum limit: 0.3, 0.5, 0.7, 0.9. Yes. So it was 0.3 to 0.5, so maximum was 0.5. Yes. So initially it was set at 0.3, then it was maximum contamination limit was revised to 0.5 for the imported recycled materials. Question 7. Which of the following is or are the key events in the national SWOT policy? Key events. China implemented the Operation Green Fence policy. China files notification to WTO of intent to ban 24 categories of solid waste by September 2017. China notifies World Trade Organization of revision to initial filing, adapting 0.5 to 1% contamination acceptance threshold for the 24 categories. Entry into force of 0.3 contamination threshold, but 5 in practice. So which are all the key events? Maybe more than one option. So C is also correct. Revision and filing at 0.1 to 0.5 to 1 contamination acceptance is also correct. China files notification to WTO for 24 categories of plastic waste. But you check with the month and all. Yeah, September 2017, that is also correct. So B and C. So here it's directly mentioned. Entry into force 0.5 to 1 contamination threshold to be strictly enforced in 2018. But as per policy in 2017, it was 0.5 is the maximum. And first green fence it was mentioned 0.3, but in practice it was 5%. Yeah. So it was not related to second green fence, that is national SWOT policy. Then the implementation of the national SWOT policy has dash the import of waste from the USA. National SWOT policy has increased or decreased or not affected and led to complete ban during 2017. So import of waste from US has decreased. Yes, decreased not to about 90%. Or yeah, 90% we can see here. Both the scrap plastic also 90% and the mixed paper also more than 95-99%. Yeah. So move on to the ninth question. Identify the correct order of ranking countries based on cumulative import of waste, that is polyethylene from 1988 to 2016 by net weight as per the UN Trade. Cumulative import of waste. So China will be the first having more import. Then second will be Hong Kong SAR, that is also correct. Then third, Netherlands, Belgium, Germany, which will be the third. With the cumulative order of rank import. Option is A, Netherlands, Belgium. You can see here. So first one is China, then Hong Kong. Then if you see the cumulative, it will be Netherlands, Belgium, Germany. That is the three coming back again. Which of the following is or are the major implication of national SWOT policy of China? Implications. The decline of virgin plastic resin demand in China. So demand has declined, virgin plastic demand. Then second one, new recycling facilities in other Asian countries. The third, decreased investment in countries where waste material originates. Increase the demand for feasible alternatives. So there may be more than one option. What are the implications of national SWOT policy of China? Second one is correct. New recycling facilities in other Asian countries. That is correct. Then increased demand for feasible alternatives. That is also correct. A and C, decline of virgin plastic resins demand in China. That is wrong because due to this import ban, they have to increase their consumption of virgin plastics. So it will be there is an increase in the consumption of virgin plastic resins. So increase the demand in China. And then fourth also wrong. Third, decrease the investment in countries where waste material origins. So wherever the waste material origins, they have to increase their investment in their own country for the plastic waste management. So one and A and C are wrong, B and C are correct. Increase in investment, new recycling facilities in other Asian countries, increased demands for feasible alternatives, virgin resin demand in China is rising, higher operating cost for Chinese assets. This is our question. Which among the following is or are not included in the list of 24 waste items banned by China with respect to the national SWOT policy of China? C&D waste, construction demolition waste, that is, food waste, plastic waste, textile waste. So more than one option may be there. That was not included in the 24 categories. So plastic waste was banned. Yes. Yeah, C&D is not banned. Food waste also not banned. Yeah. So A and B. That's correct. So if you see the 24 categories, 8 categories of plastics: LDPE, HDPE, PET, PVC, and PS from the post-consumer, that is used recyclable waste. One type of paper waste, that is unsorted paper waste, mixed. 11 type of textile waste, other than clothings, and then 4 types of metal slag containing vanadium. These are all banned to import into China. But C&D waste is not banned. As per national policy, SWOT policy, it was not banned. And the food waste also not banned. Yeah. 12th question. Chinese custom implemented Operation Green Fence to inspect all loads at the point entry in 2018. True or false question? Chinese custom implemented Operation Green Fence to inspect all load at the point of entry in China in 2018. Yeah, it was.
It's Operation Blue.
Sorry, ma'am.
Operation Blue Sky.
Yeah, Operation Green Fence was. Yeah, okay. You are telling the answer. Okay. Yeah. It was like Operation Blue Sky in March 2018 to inspect all the customs to inspect all the load at the point of entry into China. That's a Operation Blue Sky, not Operation Green Fence. Then, which among the following is or essential for successful plastic ban? Plastic bag ban and waste disposal system has to be tackled together. This was the last slide we was discussing about. What are the essentials for successful plastic? It is crucial to identify loopholes while drafting legislation. Providing sustainable alternatives is essential for successful plastic ban. All the above. Yeah, obviously all the above. So these are all the essentials to be noted down for successful plastic ban. That's what we are discussing. Enforcement should be how enforcement should be, how collection and disposal should be tackled together. Loophole should be considered while drafting. Not considered. It's crucial to identify black market and alternatives. Yes. Then, true or false question. That waste import ban, as per the national SWOT policy of China, will lead to higher operating rates for Chinese assets, which can lead to higher prices in the region. True or false? So national sword policy of China will lead to higher operating rates of Chinese assets. That's correct. Because we don't have any, they have to rely on their virgin resin material that demand rises. So they have to have a higher operating rates for the Chinese assets. Then obviously it will lead to higher price in the region. This is the consequences or impacts of the national sword policy of China. So the answer is yes. Yeah. 15th question. State whether the following statement is true or false. Bangladesh was the first country to implement a ban on thin plastic bags in 2002. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, in 2002, Bangladesh is the first country to implement bans all over the world. Sikkim is the first state in India to achieve the plastic-free status. Yeah, we'll go to 2021 assignments. What was the again? Some may be repeating. Sorry for that. This is the I should have confused the number. That's why I given all the questions again. But which was the first country in the world to implement the ban on the plastic bags? That's again Bangladesh. Yeah. As part of its 25-year plan to eliminate plastic waste, UK took its first landmark step to eliminate the use of which of the following: plastic packaging, plastic in agriculture, plastic microbeads in cosmetics, plastic as a construction material. So UK have a landmark step to ban plastic microbeads. Yes, microbeads in the cosmetics. So, as of national sword policy enacted by China in 2017, what is the maximum contamination limit for importing recyclable material? 0.3, 0.8, 0.2, 0.5. Maximum limit is 0.5. Yes. Right. Yeah. Which of the country has announced a total ban on EPS in 2017? That is again India, China, Zambia, Zimbabwe. So EPS, that is Zimbabwe. That's correct. That is the styrofoam used for containers. So again, which of the following is not one of the 24 items of solid waste banned by China with respect to National Sword Policy 2017? Textile waste, metal slag, food waste, plastic waste. Yes, food waste. So metal slag was also included. With the fourth point, if you see, all under four types of metal slag that contains vanadium. The national sword policy announced by China is an effort to eliminate illegal sword smuggling, eliminate illegal waste smuggling, eliminate unorganized plastic waste recycling, increase the plastic waste import for recycling. B or C. The first is not there and D also not there. B or C. Eliminate illegal waste smuggling, eliminate unorganized plastic waste recycling. It's not correct. B is correct, yeah. Because it's the ban for import, not the ban for recycling inside the country. So it's not to eliminate the unorganized plastic waste recycling. It's to eliminate waste smuggling, illegal waste smuggling. So B is correct. Yeah. We can clearly we can say illegal recyclables smuggling or plastic waste smuggling. So here you can see National Sword effort to eliminate illegal waste smuggling. Okay, some question. In 2018, Indian Prime Minister has vowed to abolish all single-use plastic by which year? 2022, 24, 25, 30. Yes. So in 2022, that's the mission to eliminate, to abolish. It happened. In India, there is no single-use plastic now. We have abolished. I mean, as per the rule, it's not. It's banned. Yeah. They will abolish all single-use plastic by 2022 overnight. What is the waste imports inspection program launched by the Chinese Customs Authority in 2013, presenting its national SWOT policy 2017? Blue sky, red line, dragon fire, green fence. Inspection program launched by the Chinese Custom Authority in 2013, preceding 2017. It's not Blue Sky. Yeah, green fence. 2013 green fence came. After 2017, 2018 only Blue Sky to strengthen to check the customs. So in 2013 green fence, first green fence came. Yeah, here you can see. Focus on quality of plastic. So right question, which of the following is a major implication of national SWOT policy of China? Major implication of national SWOT policy of China. Virgin resin demand to rise in China, lower operating rate for Chinese assets, reducing the investment in the countries where waste material originates, reducing demand for feasible alternatives. Major implication of national SWOT policy. China, obviously, there will be a rise in the demand for virgin resin. Yeah, that's correct. That was we are discussing about. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like implications. These are the major implications. Increased investment in countries where the waste originate, new recycling facilities in the Asian countries, increased demand for feasible alternatives, virgin resin demand to rise in China, higher operating rates for Chinese assets. So this is the 10th question. As per UN Trade, which country stands second after China in cumulative import of plastic waste from 1986 to 2016 by net weight? Which country stands second after China in the cumulative import? China will import more than second one is like Belgium, Hong Kong, China, Malaysia. Yeah. Second one is Hong Kong. Hong Kong stands second after China. You can see here. So everywhere, only in polystyrene, Hong Kong is the first. Other than that, Chinese is the first, and then Hong Kong. Totally, if you see. Uh, then question 11. Maharashtra is the first state in India to achieve the plastic bag free status. True or false? Yeah. So the answer is Sikkim. Sikkim is the first state to achieve the plastic bag free status. Question 12. China's national SWOT policy is a wake up call for other Asian countries importing waste. So they have also banned the, or not banned, they have also implemented policy audits, import, uh, re, re, uh, reframed their import policies. China's national SWOT policy is a wake up call for other Asian countries importing waste. Yes, because the ships are again piling up in other ports other than China. Other ports they are piling up to discard its plastic waste and recyclable waste. So that is a wake up call to refine their import policies on the plastic waste. 13th question. Efficient enforcement of law is a necessity for successful implementation of a ban. True or false? Efficient enforcement of law is a necessity for successful implementation of a ban. Yeah. True? Obviously, yes. So here you had seen enforcement. If law are not enforced appropriately, then compliance is reduced or eliminated. This is the 14th question. The implementation of national SWOT policy has increased the import of waste from United States of America. Increased the import of waste from the United States. True or false? It's false, yeah. So it was filed in America itself. It was not imported again to China. So this is the implementation of national policy. SWOT policy has increased, it has decreased the imports of waste from United States. So answer is false. Here you can see paper also got reduced, plastic also got reduced. Totally, if you see the changes in minus, the right side diagram. Sorry, table. This is the answer. 15th question. Countries like Malaysia, India, Indonesia, and Vietnam, who are the second in line recyclers, are likely to get affected from China's waste ban. True or false? So they are the second line recyclers are likely to get affected from Chinese waste ban. I don't think it's affected. It's beneficial actually. So they will get beneficial because they will get some recyclables, or they have to strengthen their recyclables and they will get raw material. So it's actually true. Also, it's benefit. Yeah, benefits from Chinese waste ban. It's like affected. Countries like Malaysia, India, Indonesia, and Vietnam, who are in second liners, are likely to benefit from China's waste ban because it is expected to consume a greater percentage of recycled polyethylene in domestic market, impacting the virgin polyethylene consumption. So thank you so much for your patience and listening to the lecture and the old assignments. So if you have any doubt, you can please post in the chat box, or you can unmute and you can ask. And regarding the NPTEL, you can see here. This is the dashboard. You can see at the end. Somebody asked me, sir, please, can you please check? At the end, you can see problem solving session. So after the fifth week, download videos, the text transcripts, books. Books also you can get. Books means they are the text transcripts. Then a problem solving session. Yeah, my material only, sir. If you see the problem solving session, you can go to problem solving sessions. Here if you see, you can click, you will get to the Google Sheet. Here I have uploaded the recordings of the sessions. The first 3-week recordings you can get here, the YouTube link, and then you can open this drive. In this drive I have uploaded all these materials. So the weekly materials I have uploaded this material what I have discussed, and some of the reading material I have posted what I am discussing inside in between the lectures. So that is posted in the reading material. So you can go through the Google Sheet. Yeah. Today I will upload the 4th week's presentation and this world assignments and the presentation I will upload. Yeah. Please give the survey on the problem solving session. You please give your feedback in that for me. And today, I guess it is the last date for exam registration. So those who want to write exam or for credit transfer, you please, this is the extended date. After second extension, this is the last final date, I guess. So those who want to register for exam, please register for the exam. And for assignments related to missed assignments for first and second weeks, don't worry. For 8-week course, best of 6 will be considered for the internal marks. That is 20 marks. That's the about the course. You can see the regulation here. Criteria to get certificate. Assignment scores will be 25% of the average of best 6 assignments out of the 8. So if you miss the first 2 assignments, that's not a problem. So don't worry. Please cope up with the next 6 assignments. So and make it as an average of more than 25%. And in the exam, if you have applied, you have to get 75% out of 100. So this average assignment score plus exam score will be your final. So you can get scores like that. So eligible to get certificate, you have to get a minimum of 10 of 25 and 30 of 75. Yeah. So this is the criteria for your examination. I hope it's clear for you. So you can contact me through this mail ID. Thank you for your patience. You can, if you don't have any doubts, you can leave or you can post in the chat box. Thank you so much.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, ma'am.
Sir, these assignments which you are talking about,
Yeah.
from where we are aware of these, like these assignments has been assigned.
Actually, this assignments I got through the old assignment session that NPTEL have provided to me as a PMR of TA. So I have cropped that and made the presentation. And before that, I have registered for last year plastic waste management course, and previously also I have registered. So I have the material along with the solution. So from that I have taken the. You can refer my PPT, ma'am. Everything is there in there.
Okay, okay.
So most of the final exam end assessment will be also from this assignments question. So please go through the assignments and the class materials.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, will you please go to slide 47 of lecture material? Whatever
Yeah, ma'am.
calculation
Sure,
you
sure,
told.
sure.
Yes,
Here.
yes. This one. Will you tell it again? Because this, whenever you are calculating it, that value is whatever value is forming, it is in ton. MT stands for million ton.
Metric ton, ma'am.
Oh, metric ton. It is
Yeah,
metric ton.
metric
Okay,
ton.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Then it is okay. Then it is okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Calculation is
Actually, capital M will be for metric tons. You can see million metric in some other slide also. I have. This is what MMT is million metric tons.
yes, yes.
Thank you so much. If you have any doubts, you can post or you can unmute and you can ask.
So, can I ask something not directly related to this lecture material?
Yeah, ma'am.
Uh, uh, whatever plastic bottles we are using for drinking purpose, we are making a drinking water bottle.
Yes, ma'am.
So, is there any expiry for those kind of bottles?
Yeah, ma'am.
Um,
Surely, plastic bottles will have some expiry.
And another thing, whatever cold drink bottle we are purchasing, so after consuming, we are again reusing it. We are keeping drinking water or something else. Then, is there any expiry again for those kind of bottles?
Which one we are
Then
talking?
how can
Like some
suppose any
mineral
cold
water
drink
bottle.
bottle? No, not mineral one. This is
Oh,
very thin one, but any cold drink bottle,
oh, that
cold drink.
is everything have some
Any
like if you see, honey is not having
yes.
expiry, ma'am. As per we know, honey is not having expiry. But whatever you are buying, like any honey from the supermarket, you will see its expiry date in the packages. That directly indicates the expiry date of the containers, not the honey inside. So every plastic will have some expiry.
Okay, then on the cold drink bottle, whatever expiry date is written, that is the expiry date of the bottle itself. Are
It
you
varies,
saying?
ma'am. It varies. It varies. For water bottles, the it may be the like the commodity inside or the bottle. Usually, it will be the drinkable or food items. The expiry will be for.
Okay, if we can confirm this, accordingly we will reuse because we are reusing some of the bottles. So suppose mainly cold
It's
drink
not actually
bottles
correct.
because
It's
they
not
are
actually correct. It's actually more prone to UV lights. If you see some of the water bottles and keeping it in sunlight, directly it will disintegrate and dissolve in the water. And when we will consume, this type of microplastic will enter into your body. So that's why we are advised to take like glass bottles or silver bottles nowadays. So plastic, not only this mineral water bottles, this type of thick bottles also having these issues, ma'am.
okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Somebody asked me. Any assignments missing to attempt to
So,
still given timeline? Is there any scope?
plastic
No, ma'am. There is no scope to re-get the assignment deadlines.
bottle is safe for use or not?
Sorry, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Plastic bottle is safe for use or not?
It's not safe to use. Yeah, it's not safe to use. Obviously.
So we are using water bottle as a drinking water. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, it has health effects. It have health effects. We don't know. We can't realize that it's like a micro nano pico level of plastic will go into our body. It will cause a long term effect. We can't realize that in a small scale. But if you see this type of distillery water bottles,
This type of bottles can be used, sir.
no, we have steel like copper water bottles, steel water bottles. I am using recyclable water, not
This
recyclable, reusable cans only. You can see. Um, I hope I can switch on my video. Yeah, you can see this is the water bottle I am using, like a thermoplastic.
So I am
okay, sir.
having two bottles, but actually they are heavier, little bit heavier.
Yeah,
So that is why for
that's why actually
convenience, yes.
plastic is a good invention. Lightweight, easy to carry. We can get any pigment colors. Like they are inert. That's the major one. Inert. That is resistance to leakages, waterproof. These are all advantages of plastics. But there are some health effects associated with that, and environmental effect for its disposal at the end of life.
Sir, one thing more.
Yeah.
Just you have said that out of 8 we have to do minimum 6 assignment.
Yeah.
And like me, I have also applied for the certificate and credit,
Yeah.
and I have missed my starting 3 assignments.
No
So
problem, ma'am.
am
Your
I
third
able
assignment will be taken as zero, and please follow with the fourth to eighth, and your average of 3 to 8 will be considered. Third will be zero.
okay, okay. So means I am now also capable to write the answer in the
Yeah.
exam.
Until you miss seventh, seven also you can miss, and eighth you can write. You will get 10 marks.
Okay, okay.
So
Thank you, sir.
missing will be 0 marks. It will be considered as zero. No problem. But your score will be reduced.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Sir, as credit is of 2 as we are talking, and if the marks is reduced, then the credit also get lesser than 2.
No, actually, credit is not based on marks. Credit is your, like, if you want to transfer your, are you doing for credit transfer in your academics? Consider, please inquire in
Yes,
your
sir.
academic office. Credits will be two only. For any course, credit is fixed.
Okay, okay. Means
Like
in my
4 week
in
courses
my
are one
result.
credit, 8 week courses are 2 credit, 12 week courses are 3 credit. That's the system in NPTEL, I guess. So this is a 2 credit paper. You can convert for your electives and all. But score is like 2 credit into how much score. That's what your grade will be calculated. So based on your institute, you can do.
Okay, means in certificate and the result we are getting, it not be mentioned over there.
Uh, like NPTEL certificate you are asking. NPTEL certificate you will get only the score and your rank of total how many applied, what is your rank, and if you have any elite gold or silver like that, if you are in the top 10, top 100 like that, it will be, you can refer the guidelines in the NPTEL about the course, and other than the credit transfer and all, you can contact NPTEL or your institute, ma'am. I am not fully aware of that.
Okay, sir.
I
Okay,
am
no.
technically for TA for this course actually.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Anything else you can discuss? And somebody asked if any assignment missed to attempt within the timeline, any scope to get the same for solving? No, we don't have any scope. Actually, they have given first assignment and second assignment extended to next 1 week, I guess. Then this means we don't have any scope to rewind the deadline. It's not possible. It's the NPTEL's deadline for all the courses. There will
Okay,
be
okay,
unique
thank
number
you.
of each plastic bottle. Yeah, that's the first week we have discussed about the recycling. That's not the recycling number. That's the feasibility to recycle. If it is one, that is PET bottles, that is easy to recycle. If it is seven, that is other plastic, that is more tedious to recycle. That's the number says. And each number will represent two things. One is type of resin, another one is the ease to recycle. Yeah. Sir, somebody asked. Sorry, can you please again? Somebody unmuted in between. Can you please, sir? Okay. So if you don't have any question, you can leave the bit, no problem. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I will end the session.